Ain't even.
Nah. I do believe in second chances.
Okay.
Yes, God take the wheel for this.
You are not the exception. You are not the exception.
Need to talk about love, friendships, or figuring out your 20s without completely losing your mind? Welcome to the Girls That Get It podcast, your go-to hotline.
The girls that get it, and the girls that don't.
Welcome back to another episode of The Girls That Get It. I am Amira Marie.
And I am Rochelle.
And this is The Girls That Get It podcast, because at the end of the day, the ones that get it are
the girls that get it. Period.
And we're back.
We're back with another episode.
Yeah. You know, I'm just really enjoying this. I'm enjoying our film.
Yeah.
Our filming.
Our filming.
Yes, our filming.
Yes.
I'm enjoying this. I'm really loving our growth. I'm going to say that every time, but I really am.
We are growing. I can definitely tell.
I feel it.
Every time I watch our videos, y'all, I'm like, oh my God. First of all, I say a lot of I say a lot of I talk with my hands. Look, I'm doing it right now. But I can see I was going to say we are comfortable, but you can definitely see the growth already.
Yes.
And we're only a couple months in.
Yes, I am
We have our whole crew here today.
Yes.
We're missing one of our interns, but we have our intern Summer here.
Yes, they're in the back. Shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Oh, we didn't even tell them. Y'all, we have interns now.
Yes.
I mean, if you follow us on social media, then you would see.
know.
But we told y'all, I want to say season 1, episode 1, that we were growing our team.
Yes.
And so we were able to bring on some
interns
to help us.
We have Summer in Brooklyn. We are so blessed to have
and
them.
grateful,
So I'm very happy to see that they are here.
Yeah.
And, the team is just going to continue to grow because it's just full of people that just get it.
Yeah.
We all just get it, you know? But speaking of that, we are mid-March now, and I definitely want us to do like a mental health mid-check-in.
Okay.
I think it's really important. You know how we are. We always do some check-ins with each other, but I think it's really important we let the people know how we've been feeling.
Yes.
In a couple months we will be graduating and time is ticking. So how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great right now. I think I'm on autopilot.
Okay.
In the sense of numbness. I'll be honest. I'm not even going to sit here and fake it, y'all, because I'm capital P.
Yeah.
I think I'm just in a sense of numbness. I think yesterday, we know what happened yesterday. So I think yesterday I was more something like, I don't really care. I think I woke up this morning and was like, I care and I don't care.
Yeah.
I think I'm not in a space of sadness. I'm not in a space of anger. I think I'm in a space of things being very unfortunate. And
that's real.
That's where I'm at. Aside from that, I'm happy. I feel like I'm pretty happy. Like,
that's good.
Yeah, I'm a month into 22. Like, I'm just,
embracing.
I think I'm just on autopilot. I think I'm very tunnel vision on the fact that, things are about to kick into gear.
Absolutely.
Super fast.
Absolutely.
And
we must be ready.
We must be ready, and we only got 2 months.
I know.
Until we're done.
Can we? What was that? On the Proud Family, she's like, "Can we take a pause of silence for my girl Penny?
Penny,
who's
cheers to
Penny Proud."
Yeah.
Yeah. That's real.
That's how I feel.
That's
real. I'm not even going because I don't want to say I faked the funk. You kind of told me yesterday, like, more you do this thing where you kind of like.
Yeah.
Well, I
was saying it's more so just the fact that, like, it's only but so much a person can take, you know what I mean? And I think that, I've seen certain things from you, and I can admire it, but I also feel like it's one of those things where it could be a little scary, where it's like, okay, she's very strong, but, strong girls, we have our moments, and I just don't want you to be so strong, but still not pour out what really needs to. But I'm happy to hear that you are fine, though.
Yes,
and that makes me happy.
I'm always be fine.
Yeah, of course.
Literally and figuratively.
Always. Hello?
I'm always.
I know that's
fine.
right.
Thank you.
Y'all heard that.
How are you? Miss Spring, very orange today. She looks great.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I feel good. I feel fine too. I think, like, I've digested a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I have digested
we both,
a lot.
Man.
Yeah, I've digested a lot. So
we both have.
I don't know. I think, like I said in the previous episode, I'm really just, it's a lot of things that are just coming to the eye, and it's eye-opening.
Yeah.
Whether it's something I wanted to see or didn't. I saw it, and at the end of the day, I just kind of have to
God will reveal.
He always does.
What's done in the dark is going to come to the light.
He always does. And honestly, I look at this more so as an opportunity for me to just reflect. I think that for me, in this moment, you know, it's very easy to point fingers. It's very easy to be like, you.
Yeah.
But I also have to look at myself in this moment.
And the role that you played.
Hello?
Yeah.
And that's the mature way of moving. That is the very mature way.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's fine.
Yeah.
It stings a little bit. Stuff stings. I'm not going to lie. Stuff really stings. And I know sometimes I like to come here and, you know, I normally do have it together. No lie. I really do. But sometimes stuff, it's not okay. Sometimes stuff stings, and I'm never too ill to say that. Like,
and I think that's a part of, like, just us. Like, we I hate that about us.
Yeah.
Because we are just like, again, I'm capital P. And my son over here has taken some of my characteristics and is trying to be capital P. But unfortunately, like you said, strong women still go through things.
Yeah.
And it's very unfortunate, like we were saying in our last episode, people with good hearts just get the short end of the stick. Like, it's no other way to really put that. But I do believe there is going to be a time. Matter of fact, it is the time right now. I'm declaring that over our life. It's gonna be a time. A lot of people gonna regret.
And you know what? That's not. Yeah. That will happen. I'm sure. But that's not even for me to even like wait and see. I don't even.
That's why I said I declare it now. It ain't no waiting and see. Like, I definitely feel like we are the type of people that leave impacts on
for
people.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, for sure. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
You know, some people be saying like they do, but like, do you really?
No, you really don't.
But me, my footprint was on that.
Yeah.
My whole foot was on that. Like, that aura, that energy, that's a real thing. That ain't no gimmick. That's a real thing.
Yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying. Though,
I agree.
Right?
I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm excited. This will come out in March. So we'll just be coming back from we going to Miami.
We are.
The girls are taking a trip.
We're enjoying ourselves.
It's our last spring break, y'all.
Absolutely. And so we're going to enjoy ourselves. We are going to have a Girls That Get It weekend.
Yes.
And I'm very excited.
Be by a beach.
Yes.
Maybe on a boat.
We are excited. So if any of our viewers are down there, we would love to see you all. Yeah. We would love to see you all.
Well, by the time that comes out, we already going to.
We already been. Okay. Well, we would have hoped to see y'all.
Yeah.
We would have hoped to see y'all. But yeah. So I think this could kind of segue us into our first discussion topic for this episode. So I think, as we both know, like we said, stuff can sting. And I think we have both been in this position and in this space where, you know, sometimes you have to make decisions that you don't want to make, but you have to make.
Yes.
So how do you know when you've gotten to a point where you've had to cut someone off or you've outgrown somebody? And what was that like for you? And what is that first signal for you where you're like, okay, yeah, this is it?
Are we just stating generally?
You can go into depth. You can say what does that look like for you?
Okay, I think I'll talk in all areas. So with friendships, first I'll start there.
Yeah.
Overall, I would say I kind of just get a feeling. I think I talked about this before. Like, I'll wake up and, like, something comes to my head and it's like, I got to stick with that. Yeah, with friends, I would say it's a little bit harder for me because my friends are like my family. So I grow super attached. There was an instance where I was, friends with a young lady, and I would like to say that we were good friends. It was a fairly new friendship, but we had known each other for years and hung around each other. So it wasn't an unfamiliar person. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why the friendship was able to grow so close so quickly, where I felt like I showed up for her in a lot of areas. She showed up for me in a lot of areas. We supported each other. We confided in each other. We hung out. We did all the things that girlfriends do. Mm-hmm. But it took one instant, which is funny enough because I felt like, I think it depends on how deep of a friendship it is with somebody too. Yeah. Just based off of, I guess I'll say maybe relatability, or I don't know. You feel a connection with somebody. Course, yeah. And though I felt like this girl was really my friend, it took one instance to happen for me to be like, nah. Versus like if I felt like it were me and you, or if I felt like it was Kaya or Scotty or whatever, I can be like, okay, this is my friend of many years. And maybe also to the extent of, this wasn't my friend. Yeah, how deep it was. Yeah. Just in longevity of years, time. It was like, okay, we've known each other for years, but we weren't friends for years. And so, and even me and you, though, like, we've been friends for like over a year now. Yeah. But like, I just feel like me and my homegirl, I think it's maturity too. But we can sit, if we don't agree, we can have a conversation.
Absolutely.
If it was Kaya, that's my sister, we can agree, not disagree. At a certain point, it's going to be a conversation. Same thing with Scotty, whoever my close friend is. I think that just with her, it was just like, no.
I just don't. It took I don't feel that.
Yeah, it took one thing to happen.
Right.
And I'm just like,
I don't feel that need.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because I guess it should have been a case scenario. Nobody's perfect, so there's going to be a moment where you disagree with somebody,
of course,
or something just doesn't, something ain't gelling,
right?
And you should be able to be like, okay, we're not getting along. Let's talk about it if we really are friends, or if we really want to keep our friendship. And that was just a space where I'm just like, nah, I'm cool.
Yeah,
like I don't need to
have
keep
the
it.
energy for
yeah, and I think I have a good judgment of like things that I want to give my energy to and what I don't like. And that was just something that I just don't want to give my energy to.
That's real.
I just didn't. So I think, maybe that's an instance for like friendships.
Yeah, friendships. Now,
relationships. Y'all seen I said I was a ghoster. So, I don't know. It'd be... Restate that question.
It's a little harder for you, would you say? Like when you have to outgrow someone and it's like in your body. Because I do believe our body signals us and tells us, right?
Yeah,
so
and I'm an empath. So
that's good. I am too, low-key.
So even though it may be something new, I feel like
you feel it. Yeah,
I'm feeling it, and it's a little bit more difficult. It's like, dang, it's things I like you.
Yeah,
but I am, and I think all women are like this. We leave mentally, or we're able to cut off mentally before we do physically.
Yeah,
so
physically, yeah.
I am very much like even though I'm in a state of what I'm feeling now based off of the situation, you know what I'm talking about? Nah.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty cool when it comes down to like just being strict about when I'm done.
How you're feeling.
Yeah, I'm done. Now, it hasn't always been that case. Like I said, I'm an empath. So if I really like you, it's going to take me.
Take some time.
It's going to take some time. It's going to take a minute. Especially because, like I said, I go back to like people aren't perfect. People are going to make mistakes. And it's like, what is my end all be all with certain things? Or just being...
Where do you draw the line?
Where do I draw the line and just being realistic? But I've been working on where I draw the line now.
Yeah.
And I think that just comes with being older. And I'm still young, so I got a ways to go. But I think with relationships, I do stay and accept a little bit longer than I should, I would say. Versus with, I don't know, I just been with friends, I can just...
do it. Yeah, that is kind of funny.
It's strange.
That is funny because I think that's I wouldn't say that's normal, but it's definitely what a lot of people do. It's easier to cut off some people. Now, I wouldn't even say that that's the right thing to do either, though, because I also feel like, if a person just does you wrong, they should get the same treatment as everybody. Like that shouldn't just be, but
it's
I don't
favoritism.
know. It is. I guess that's what you would call it.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those things. Yeah, I would say for me, man, like I said, my body really is just what kind of tells me. Like if I feel
intuition.
Like it is like when I'm like starting to really be like, oh yeah, like I'm noticing things and I'm like, it's like a
being observant.
It's like you did that, like no way, you just did that, and like honestly, it will really, and of course, I'll never say it out my mouth, silent killer, but in my head, I'm like, because I could have easily easily
could have been me.
To the left.
You better than me.
Went to the left. But I really do believe for me, it's all about just controlling my emotions. I swear, like in those type of moments, I have to practice self-control.
Yeah.
Like if I could give any advice to any young woman, any young man, please, anybody.
Don't act off of emotion.
Anybody, please, just try to master self-control.
Yes.
It will literally save you in the long run. It will save you because to think and do things off of impulse, what feels good in the moment is not what's going to look good in the future. And I honestly had to take that in. And I honestly was not always like this, I will say. I was not always like this. I was someone who acted off of emotion, who felt like I want to say what I want to say, when I want to say it, how I want to say it. And they're going to feel me. Yeah. But people can feel you in different ways. Yeah. People don't have to feel you in that moment. They can feel you in 5 years from now when you're doing what you're doing and life is looking grand and they're wondering why you didn't react and why you didn't X, Y, and Z.
She ain't even say nothing.
She ain't even.
Nah.
No. So it's like it's one of those things where I had to think about that. And I'm like, you know what? You said you're trying to be this new version of yourself. You're trying to work towards that, Amira. Then that's how you do it. Yeah. But taking 15 steps backwards and going crazy or saying stuff out your mouth that you probably really don't mean, but you're just hurting that moment. That's not gonna do nothing. Yeah. It feels good in the moment. Yeah. But it's not gonna do nothing. Yeah. So yes, my body, it tells me, and you know, I think it's just like you said. It's the fact that you want to see if something is going to change. Yeah, you want to see if something. I was going to say, like you said. I mean, well, like I was saying, people aren't perfect, so you want to give people the opportunity, of course. But I don't know. I think that may go back to like the gift of discernment. Do you really feel like these people are going to? If you give them another opportunity to show up in a better way, are they really? Do you trust that they really will, or do you think that they will take it as, oh, she give me another chance. We cool. So, like, can I ask you then, like, do you believe in second chances? Or do you believe in people actually changing? Because I do believe that people can change. Yes, but absolutely. I'll let you answer that first, and then I'll kind of like go off of that.
Do I believe in second chances?
Do you believe in giving people second chances, and do you believe people can change?
I do believe in second chances. Okay. I do believe in giving people a second chance. Okay. I would want a second chance to be afforded unto me. Yes. If I messed up. Yes. If I fell short. Mistake. Yeah, a genuine mistake. Yes. If I genuinely fell short somewhere that I could not pick up the pieces right and I didn't show up or do whatever it may have been. Yeah. Whatever. If it's in friendships, relationships, whatever. I would like to be, and I have. I would like to say I'm gonna be completely transparent. I ain't perfect. We know what I'm talking about. I ain't perfect. I have messed up, and I have fell short, and I have hurt people, and I have hurt somebody. And luckily enough, they found it in their hearts, or at least they said they did. At least they said they did. Found it in their heart to be able to give me a second chance. Yeah. So yeah, I believe now to a certain extent, or I won't even say to a certain extent. I think it depends on what it is, though. Yeah. Because like I said, with that friendship, that one thing happened. Like, nah. Yeah. I think it depends on literally how I'm feeling, or how you say like how your body would. It literally just like sometimes my brain just be like, girl, no, it ain't it, and it ain't even worth it. And that's something that if you genuinely feel like you'll be okay if you let it go. Now, if I felt like if I let this go, like it would be such a detriment to my life, then that's where I'm like, okay, let me consider giving this person a second chance, whatever. But if I feel like, girl, you're gonna be okay without it, or whoever, then no, I don't give the second chance. But I believe in them. Yeah. What was the second part of your question?
No, that was it. Like, do you believe that giving second chances and like people can change? And I feel like
people can change.
I feel like they can. I feel like people can, but they have to want to.
I was going to say they have to want to change.
Yeah, they have to want to. No, and a lot of people, again, we're kind of going side note, but a lot of people only change, or they say they change for the person. For the other person.
Yeah, you gotta change for yourself.
But you gotta change for yourself, yeah. And see, a lot of people get the game messed up
and
when
that's why
they say,
I don't think successful.
He'll or she'll change for me because you are not the exception. You are not the exception. No one is the exception. And honestly, I think when a lot of people start to grasp that concept, that a person is not going to change unless they really want to, and it has to be in them to want to. You are not different than Sally or Mary or Susan.
Yeah.
You're not no different. It doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter how you carry yourself. It doesn't matter what you've done for the person. It does not matter. At the end of the day, that person is still that person with that same mindset. With you, and you. Yeah. No, honestly, like, for real. Because I really don't like hearing that whole, but she'll change for me. He'll change for me. No, he changed for 2 seconds. Yeah. He changed because you said something. Yeah. But if you had not said something, he wasn't going to do nothing.
Yeah. And
he wasn't going to do nothing. She wasn't going to do nothing. Nothing. Yeah. So, yeah, no.
Yeah.
There's
change
that.
For yourself.
Yes.
And change to better yourself. Don't change because, I messed up. I got to change for her. I got to change for her if I want to keep her. Or I got to change for him if I want to keep him. And if you got to do all that for somebody else, then you need to do some self-reflection. And honestly, that person needs to identify that they need to let you go. Because sometimes, like, they'll be like, they changed for me so I could take them back. No, they changed for you. They didn't change for them. What does that tell you?
That is another.
It's temporary.
Exactly. That is another point of view. Yeah. And overall, if you have to outgrow that person, do it. Yeah. And do it for the fact that you know it is going to better you in the long run.
Yeah. So I want to go to our next topic.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about is protect, just on the topic of, like, just about, like, being certain with, like, what am I trying to say? Like, just protecting ourselves.
Yeah.
Do you feel like protecting your peace is the same as avoiding conflict? So, like, what's an example I would use? Like, I'm very much, I don't know. I'll say for you are a very confrontational person. So I don't feel like you try to avoid conflict at all. I think you're very real about the fact that conflict is going to happen. And you don't care. You're like, okay, if it's some conflict, okay, let's talk about it. Let's address it. That's very much my sister right here. She's not like I'm a sweep it under the rug and I feel like you being confrontational does protect your peace, because if you don't address something, I don't want to say berserk. That might be the wrong word, but you like, but Morgan, I just feel like I got to say so. I just got to. So I think
it eats me up on the inside. Yes, she knows it. I mean, she said it. Yes. I believe that I don't know. That's just kind of how I was brought up as well. Like, my mother never bit her lip. She never bit her tongue, her lip, nothing. Yes. If she thought something, she said it. And honestly, it wasn't even the fact that she was saying out of ill intent. She said it because she cared. And she said it because, no, I'm going to let you know something, because if I don't, other people are going to look at you and think that that's okay, and that's not. I'm more so of a person who, because it's two ways of it, right? It's how you go about it, but it's also your delivery and what you're saying. I've always tried to come off as a person who's saying stuff from the heart, not because I just want to say stuff just to say stuff for the benefit of just saying it. You know what I mean? Like, no, I like to have substance behind what I say. Right. And when I feel something, I feel passionately. I'm a passionate person, and that's what I like to call it. Yeah. I'm a very passionate person. Yeah. People can confuse it with being aggressive, angry, whatever that looks like. That's not me. I'm a very passionate person. Yes. So when I'm into something and when I feel something, you're going to know I feel it. Yes. And like you said, if it comes with some form of conflict, I know conflict arises. I know conflict is going to happen because not a lot of people are told about themselves. Yes. That's the same thing with me. Yes. Previously, or not even previously, but just over time in my life, when people told me about myself and I didn't like it, I thought it was a problem. Like, who are you to be telling me about me? But looking back and reflecting, like we said in, the previous episode, if you have people around you that care about you and they're going to tell you about yourself, those are the people you want to hold around you the most. Yeah. And me personally, I have valued more people who have started to tell me about myself. If they had anything valuable to say, again, hint on the valuable word. If there was something valuable I needed to hear about myself, I'm all willing to take that in, because at the end of the day, I am not a know-it-all. I don't know everything. And, you got to always be a sponge and always be willing to learn something. Like, you can't be walking around here just, oblivious to the facts. Yeah, arrogant.
Can't nobody tell you nothing.
Absolutely. So
your ish don't stink.
Absolutely. So I do believe that in all forms of this, like that has helped me protect my peace a lot because I stand up for myself.
Yeah.
And I make sure anybody that I've ever encountered, whether it was a friend, whether it was in a relationship, whatever it looks like, you know, I'm gonna let you know I stand up for myself. So anything you thought you was pulling, I've already thought about that 10 steps before you even did it. So anything you thought you were about to do, you might want to rethink that. You might want to rethink that. You really might. And I actually said that to somebody recently. I said, you really might want to rethink what you thought you was doing because I already knew it was coming. So before you even think that this was going to work, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's sticking up for myself at the end of the day.
So you feel like instead of avoiding, like, addressing conflict is protecting your peace instead of avoiding it?
Yes.
Okay.
Never run away.
Yeah.
Face it on like a bull. Like, you know how like a bull, like very headstrong.
Yeah.
Face it on.
You have to be headstrong.
You have to be headstrong. You have to face it on. I mean, at the end of the day, closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah.
And so nobody's going to know you feel away unless you speak on it.
And let's just talk about in a professional realm as well. You're going to be at a job.
Yes.
It's
corporate America.
It's going to be somebody that try you.
Corporate America.
And you have to be okay with addressing the conflict.
Yeah.
Not being a pushover or a brush over, but addressing it in a professional manner. Yes. And it's going to happen. You cannot shy away from that unless you. It's going to happen, especially with us and those. They're going to try you.
It's so many levels to this, honestly, because as a woman, you have to deal with that.
Yes.
As a black woman, you have to deal with that. You know, it's so many layers to it.
Yeah.
And so I think, like she said, this is good for any setting of your life, not just for a relationship, friendship, whatever.
Yes.
This is for life.
Yes.
If you are someone who just zips it all the time and just, it's okay, I'll just.
They're gonna play with you. People gonna play with you.
It's all about how you handle it.
Yes.
It's all about how you handle it.
Yes.
You never have to handle it ill. You know, I will always say for me, like,
I'm never too ill.
I'm never too ill, but I'm also a person who knows how to control a room too. You know, how to control a room. You know, my grandmother.
You own
my
the room.
grandmother
You are the room.
Is a woman who knows how to control a room.
Thank you.
And I will forever say that. I come from a lineage of women who knew how to control rooms. And it had nothing to do with their looks. It had nothing to do with their wits. No. It had everything to do with them just knowing how to be in a room and staying present and knowing that they own it.
Authentic,
your energy, your aura, how you carry it. I mean, people are going to gravitate to you or not, but those people who need to gravitate to you will, and those people will know exactly who you are. You see, our energy feeds. And I think that's something that a lot of people, they don't really talk about much, how energy truly does. It exudes and it really will show who's, you know, for you and who isn't, just based off of what you bring into a room. So yes, I agree with all of that. Address it head on, do what you need to do, own a room, speak on it. If there's a conflict, make a resolution to it and keep it pushing on your day. Because I'm gonna do that every time.
I think over time, I became like very straightforward. I'm okay with addressing conflict. I wasn't always like that. I didn't grow up in a house like that. My household is still not like that in terms of like my family. Don't nobody say nothing to nobody. If somebody got an issue, don't nobody say nothing to nobody. And I hate that because it's like, y'all don't like each other. Why don't y'all just say? Because it could be, and it be the smallest things. Like it can literally be resolved if you just have a conversation, or if you just be real about whatever is going on. And they just like to go on about their married day like ain't nothing going on for. And I be sitting there like
we didn't just have this whole thing just happen.
You just was getting on my nerves 5 minutes ago. We was just going at it 5 minutes ago. And now y'all laughing and kiki. That don't work for me.
No, that's real.
Like things like that.
I don't like stuff like that either.
Work for me. I am not, and I also think that comes from. It comes like I'm saying. It comes from the type of household that you have, because I very much know people that can. And even if you have, like, for example, if you have sisters, you know, sisters can do a thing where they arguing, next minute they cool. Me and my sister can't do that.
No, we need to address that.
No, we need to address it, or you need to give me some space. And I'm very much a person, like, that's what I'll say. I can address conflict, but it's going to take me a minute.
Yeah.
I'm not a...
Need to digest.
Yes, I need to digest. I need time. I don't like reacting in the heat of the moment. I think that I used to be a person like that. Even when I was in a relationship, and me and that person would get into an argument, and he was very much like he didn't want to talk. I'm like, no, we need to sit right here, right now, and address it right now. I didn't realize that, like, if I wanted him to address it right now, he might lash out at me just be off the strength of just how he's feeling. Everything just happened. He's mad, and I had to learn that is not healthy. Yeah. So therefore, protecting my peace is, I can address the conflict, but give me like 5 days. Give me some time, yeah. and I eventually will. Like, I wish Scotty was up here because that's very prevalent to what a situation that we had. Me and her, it was like 2 weeks maybe, and that didn't mean like I didn't want to be your friend no more. That just means I don't want to talk to you when I'm heated, when I'm still angry, when I'm still mad, because I am going to put all of that into this situation and on you. Agreed. And that's not coming out of a space of clarity in my mind. And I just want to always be clear. But I do think it's very important to address conflict.
Absolutely.
So I would definitely agree with, I get people want to protect their peace and avoid the conflict, but no. You need to address the conflict, and that'll protect your peace even more, because then everything will be clear.
Yeah.
Clearer.
Last thing, say what you mean what you say.
Amen.
I'm always standing 10 toes on anything I say.
Hallelujah.
So when I speak, just know I mean it, and I stand firm.
Mm-hmm. Stand on it. Business.
Yes.
Big stand on business.
Yes. Big Sister General.
Yes. Not Big Sister General. Oh, Lord Jesus. Shout out to Kamala, you know.
Shout out my Sarah. But, all right. Okay, so as you all know, the hotline is very busy and it's very hot. It is now our segment, 1-800 The Girls That Get It. And so we have a caller here. You know, spring is approaching, summer's coming, and so Easter. I think the girls got some things that they want to say to us, and they got a question to ask us. So, caller, we're listening.
Hey guys, so my question is, how do you know when you healed versus when you just moved on?
Ooh, now that's a good question. That's a good question. That's a great question, actually.
Do you want to start?
How do I know when I've healed versus moved on? I know I've healed when, for me, when I no longer have the urge to, like, feel any way towards them. Like, when I'm moved on, you can move on but still feel a way, right? Like, I
agree.
I can move on, but like, if I see that person or if that name pop up, like, or I'm feeling away. I'm like, I still got some words for you, or I still want to feel away. But when I heal, I feel like I can look at you dead in your face, or if I ever saw you out in public, or if I ever came across you anywhere, I can look at you and I can be like, I really hope that you're doing okay. That's the real part. If you can still wish good on someone after something bad has happened with the two of you, doesn't matter what happened on either party side. If you can look at that person and still wish well on them, you have healed.
You know, you just asked me that the other day. You're like, Morgan, how are you doing? Like, it was a situation. You're like, how are you doing? And I was just like, so I think I've moved on. I don't think that I've healed.
That you've healed.
And based off of what you just said, which I strongly agree with, if I seen that person,
you still have some words.
I'm clutching my chin. I'm
clutching pearls.
And not even words, because you know I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna have no. You know. But I'm definitely like Amira.
It's an urge
I'm gonna be like Amira. It's an urge to just be like, I definitely still feel some type of way when I see you, or just still hate the fact that however this situation may happen, like, it's like, dang, why did it happen like that? But yes, if I'm healed, like I say all the time, with another person, I hope that they're doing well.
Absolutely.
I can see them and, hi, how are you? I can even speak. I can say, hello, how are you? Are you okay? Whatever the case may be.
Absolutely.
And I know that I've healed, but I definitely feel like if I see you and I feel some type of way, I ain't healed yet. I ain't healed yet. And I think that's very well. And even if it's not towards a person, say it's a situation, say you've had a mental challenge, whatever, you're going to therapy, like, just how you acknowledge something that you've been through. If you're able to openly talk about it and say, this is what I've been through, this is what my mindset was, then you know that you have healed from it, versus like when you think about it, it's just like, oh my God.
It still gives you and it's
like, okay, you moved on, obviously, because it's not something that you're still going through, but it's something that still very much makes you feel
it
a type
affects
of way.
you. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I believe that either way it goes, though, you should definitely find a place of healing.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be your ultimate way of moving on, even for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like, I want to heal. I want to be able to heal from everything that I've gone through, not just move past it. Because that's also another form of just dusting under the rug. It's like, I'm going to put it behind me, or I'm going to just move forward because I just don't want to deal with it. But that goes back into everything that we talked about, which is you got to face it, you know, with the head. Like, you really got to just go into it, fix the problem, address the conflicts, do whatever it is that you need to do so you, for yourself, can move on and heal.
Yeah.
That's, everything has to go back to you. It has to go back to self. None of this should be done based on another person or off or from another person. This should all be done because this is ultimately going to help you. Yeah.
Caller, do you feel like you're in a healed or you're in a moved on position? Where are you at?
As of now, I'm not gonna lie, because as you guys said, you know, when you know you moved on, or you know you've actually healed, when you're able to see that person not feeling any sort of way. I can't sit up here and just say I don't feel some sort of way, like the heart doesn't still come back. So I think I'm still in the process of just moving on. So what do you think would be good tips to actually heal yourself and come to that place where you're able to, you know, see that person, you're like, hey, how are you doing?
That's good too.
For your tip.
I would say it really does take a lot. I'm not sure who you may believe.
Time is the first thing. It's not just gonna...
No, it doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
But I was really going to say even greater than time is, I don't know who you know, believe in. God, you know, is for me. But I really turn to God in a lot of these situations.
Yeah.
I really ask him to, you know, clear my heart and to just, you know, declare that I'm going to be okay. Give me the strength to move forward in situations like this. Because although it's very easy to distract yourself with a lot of different things, you know, there really is nothing else you can do when something like this is in front of you and it's on your heart. So the only thing you can do is really just turn to him and allow for him to do the work, the inner work. And I think a part of it too is also just knowing, you know, that this too really shall pass and that things will get better. Because I think also we put ourselves in a mindset, I'm feeling this and I'm feeling it now and it hurts now and it I'm not going to get away from this, but you will. You will. And I've gotten away from a lot of things that I thought I would never get away from, but I did. And so it's a mixture of time, but it's really that God has to be the one to help you and to get you where you need to be.
I think a big thing that works for me, so I don't, like I said, this is just giving you some advice. One thing I do is journal. It helps me like clear my thoughts if I don't feel like, and also it's good to keep a homegirl. Like Amira's my good homegirl, that if I need to verbalize it and talk about what I'm processing in my mind, or I need some type of advice, because like I said earlier, you can't take advice from everybody, including your friends. So if you feel like you can't go to anybody or talk to anybody, family, friends, whoever, even a dang therapist, I literally sit and I write in my journal, because it's me processing my thoughts and what I'm feeling. Sometimes when you're just going about your days, you're not thinking about every single thought or feeling that you're going through. So I would literally just sit in my journal like I'm talking. I mean, I technically am talking to myself, which is, I mean, I talk to myself verbally, but it's technically talking to yourself. It's like, girl, yeah, you know what? You do feel this way. Or you do, so journaling is just good to clear every single thought that you have, and then to go back and read it and reflect on it. And it's like,
absolutely.
Okay. So I think that's something that will help. And then just be kind to yourself, like, and just be real that, like, take accountability for whatever part you may play in whatever the situation is. That'll also help. And then just, you know, like, you tell yourself, talk to yourself, Issa Rae, do have a planner that said you say in the mirror, like, you are that girl. You give just affirmations to yourself.
Words of affirmation.
Words of affirmations to yourself. And even to that person, like I was saying, like, it'll suck when you dang near feel like you might hate somebody or something, but always wish it well.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah. Genuine hearts, like we said before.
And that'll help you heal,
always
for sure.
heal.
Yeah, and then just time. And like Amira said, pray about it, whatever type of spiritual relationship you may have, or even if you don't, just, be one with whomever or whatever that is.
Come back to the center.
Yes. Yeah.
I hope we answered your question.
Yeah.
Yes, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for the words of courage and advice.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for calling.
Have a nice one.
Thank you too.
Well, I really enjoyed that question.
That was super real. Like, I don't feel like I feel like before we got questions about like relationships and stuff like that. But I think all things considered, because we are both going through like situations where
you never know how you can help someone else.
Yes. Yeah. And just where we are, I think we do good with
giving advice
and taking our own advice.
Yeah,
it's one thing to give advice, but I think everything that we told her, we are literally doing, and that's why we can be like, and I know it's working. Yeah. I just sat the other day and journaled about 3-4 pages, y'all. 3-4 pages. That's a lot of talking.
I was in my Bible last night.
Exactly. So. That's a lot of talking. And then, like, we go to church. We just went to service, Ash Wednesday service, and we was both boo-hooing in the service,
like
y'all.
A baby.
But it's because it's so real, and the fact that we just give it up to God at the end of the day.
You get moved by it.
Yeah.
So I believe that what we gave her was advice for everyone watching though too. Like that's really
all I can ever really say. Yeah, like you throw your hands up. Yes, God take the will for this. Yeah, I have Jesus' name. Amen. Yes. Amen. Well, thank you all so much for another great episode of the Girl Negative Podcast. We hope that you all enjoyed this episode as much as we did.
Yes. And continue to follow us on social media. The Girls That Get It Official on Instagram. The Girls That Get It Pod on TikTok.
And stay tuned for more episodes of the Girls That Get It. Bye.